New at 11.
Vanished. Tonight, no sign of this missing woman.
Why a key piece of evidence has Holly Fisher's friends fearing the worst.
In plain sight, the program erasing info off the internet to help domestic violence survivors hide from their abusers.
In every school, every day.
School nursing shortage.
I spoke with desperate parents begging county leaders to approve extra money for more nurses.
Back up.
New information in this railroad inferno, and new video shows the moment of impact.
This WBTV high-definition program is sponsored by Honda Dealers of the Carolinas. WBTV News at 11 starts right now.
No one has seen Holly Fisher since Monday, and tonight her friends say a bizarre cell phone ping may hold the key to finding out what happened to her. Good evening and welcome. I'm Molly Grantham. Paul is off. Holly Fisher left her parents' house in Knoxville on Monday. She was headed home to Charlotte, but she never made it. All new at 11 o'clock, Brigida Mack just spoke with some of Holly's closest friends. Brigida, what do they tell you they think happened?
Well, Molly, they are clearly worried. When asked if they think that foul play is a possibility, they admit that the thought has crossed their minds. This despite the fact that police in both Knox County, Tennessee, and here in Charlotte don't suspect foul play. But let's give you another good look at the missing woman, Holly Fisher. What we know is that she was last seen leaving her parents' home in Knoxville around noon on Monday. Friends tonight told WBTV the last activity from her bank account was at a gas station in Newport, Tennessee. That's about 40 miles away from her parents' home. They say she gassed up, got something to eat. They also told us that her cell phone is pinging in the area of Ashe County, but they're very concerned. They say this just isn't like their friend. They say she wouldn't just go off and not call or text anyone. And tonight I talked with her best friend since high school, Liz Stafford. She told me the key piece of evidence that she believes could lead to Holly's whereabouts. Take a listen.
Once we find that car, I feel like we're going to find Holly. We know that something has happened to her. We feel someone has kidnapped her or done something or she might have had an accident, because it's unlike Holly to just have gone off the radar and gone silent. So we need to find her.
Charlotte-Mecklenburg police say they are assisting the Knox County Sheriff's Office, but they are quick to point out Knox County is the lead agency on this case. Again, they are only helping get the word out, sort of media access, because Holly is from here in Charlotte. As I said, foul play not suspected on the part of police, but her friends clearly feel differently. We're live outside police headquarters in Uptown. I'm Brigida Mack, WBTV on your side.
Thank you, Brigida. Here is a look at the kind of car Holly was driving. It's a 2004 Silver Infiniti FX 35 with North Carolina tag XYH 6678. If you've seen Holly or this car, please call 911. New at 11 o'clock, Tom Tillis is running for the U.S. Senate. The Republican told the Associated Press tonight he will file paperwork next week for a 2014 campaign. Tillis is currently the Speaker of the State House of Representatives. He will face incumbent Democrat Kay Hagan. Breaking news tonight in the investigation of ricin-laced letters sent to President Obama and New York Mayor Michael Bloomberg. Tonight, investigators say they have questioned a person of interest in the case. This started over the weekend when letters containing the poison were sent to Bloomberg's offices in New York and in Washington. They both came from Shreveport, Louisiana. A third letter was sent to the president from Spokane, Washington. New at 11 o'clock, the ACLU challenging the network of surveillance cameras now recording your every move in Uptown Charlotte. There are 600 cameras and license plate readers in Uptown, most installed before the Democratic National Convention. Police say the cameras help solve crimes. The ACLU held this forum tonight. The organization says it wants to know what the department is really doing with the information it collects. Two people escaped from this car moments before it was set on fire. Tonight, the man investigators say started that fire, well, he's still out there on the run. Steve Onisworth has the latest on the search, all new right now at 11 o'clock.
It started when a homeowner came to this house to confront the man inside about a break-in. This guy, Wayne Burns. Sandra Keller says her husband heard yelling and cussing at Burns' house, then saw him do something strange.
He saw him walk up and get the gas can and walk back down.
Trees blocked what happened next, but it wasn't hard to figure out.
We heard one big explosion, and we heard a couple more explosions.
Authorities believe Burns poured the gasoline over this Ford Explorer with two people inside. The two jumped out just as a match was struck. They ran one way, Burns ran another, and the SUV was engulfed in flames.
It's just kind of scary having them running around here
lighting cars on fire.
Mark Plemons says the neighborhood has been concerned about burns for some time. He's been in trouble with the law before, say deputies. In jail some, too.
There's been tales that he's walked up and down the road with weapons before.
Plemons put up a security system because of all the talk and now has taken another step.
I keep a weapon under my pillow all the time.
Sandra is taking no chances either.
I'm locking my doors, and I'm sure that's my mother-in-law down there. I'm sure she's locking her doors, too.
Authorities have been following up on every lead. They've gone to several houses in Caldwell County. They're not sure if he is still in this area, but they are warning people to be on the lookout and don't approach him if they do see him. They are hoping a tip will lead them to Burns.
He needed to be called.
Until he is, take no chances, say authorities. In Caldwell County, Steve Onesorge, WBTV, on your side.
Authorities have drawn up several warrants against Burns, including breaking and entering, possession of stolen goods, burning personal property, and attempted murder. If you have any information, please call the Caldwell County Sheriff's Office. Deputies in Lancaster County arrested 2 men they say broke into a home, then rammed patrol cars as they tried to make their getaway. Sky 3 flew over the search for the suspects this afternoon. This started after a woman noticed a suspicious car in her neighbor's driveway. New at 11 o'clock, we're hearing about how she saved her neighbor's belongings.
I happened to see a car pull up to my neighbor's house, and I knew she was at work. So I wouldn't have been suspicious until I saw them keep going from the front to the back. As quick as they got in, they came out with TVs, jumped in the car, and they were off.
Once they got out of the house, investigators say the burglars sped out of the neighborhood, hitting 2 patrol cars before crashing their car and then running away. Deputies caught them this afternoon. Your children aren't getting the medical care they deserve. That's the message from desperate parents demanding more nurses for CMS schools. All new at 11 o'clock, David Spunt heard from those parents who brought their pleas to tonight's county commissioner meeting. Bet it was a big meeting, David.
Big meeting, Molly. It was a 5-hour meeting, and it ended literally just about 10 minutes ago. But the big topic tonight was getting those school nurses into Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. And for those worried parents, tonight was probably the last time they had a chance to get in front of county commissioners before a big vote next month. Mecklenburg County commissioners got an earful from desperate parents begging to add more nurses in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools.
Funding will always be viewed as an obstacle, but you cannot put a price on the life of a child.
CMS parent Terry Sauer and dozens of other parents donned red and held up signs asking county leaders to approve a proposal that would spend around $1 million on new school nurses.
70 to 80 kids every week that I see have either asthma or food allergies.
But right now, there is not a nurse in every school.
When we are not there, the people that are doing what we do every day are doing it for us, and they are not skilled and they are not licensed.
There are over 143,000 students in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools. That breaks down to 159 schools and just 117 nurses. There's not even 1 nurse per school.
Just having that school nurse in the building is saving 13 hours of work for the other personnel.
The $1 million proposal would employ about a dozen more nurses. Terry Sauer says it's a long way from a nurse in every school, but it's a step in the right direction.
Someone recently told me that they thought it would take the death of a student in CMS before any more school nurse funding was allocated. Please do not allow that statement to turn out to be true.
Molly, the $1 million addition for school nurses was already approved by school leaders, but county commissioners, they're the ones that ultimately need to sign off on it. They're going to have that final vote as parents wait, crossing their fingers, in just a couple of weeks. We're live at the Government Center. David Spunt, WBTV on your side.
Okay, David, thank you. Earlier at tonight's meeting, commissioners held a public hearing on a proposed property tax increase. The rate could go up by 2.5 cents. Commissioners will take a final vote on the proposal next month. Just in at 11 o'clock, Governor Pat McCrory is taking a side in the tax debate in Raleigh. The governor says he opposes the Senate plan, which would greatly expand the state sales tax. McCrory says he backs the more measured approach put forward by the House, which lowers corporate and personal income tax rates. Inspire magazine is taking credit for the Boston bombings. We have our hands on this copy right here. WBTV obtained the newest issue of Al-Qaeda's English language how-to manual for wannabe terrorists. Days after the bombings, we reported the Tsarnaev brothers likely found instructions on how to build their their pressure cooker bombs inside Inspire magazine. Well, tonight in this special edition, Inspire takes full credit, writing, quote, "Yes, the brothers have been inspired by Inspire. This is not only because Inspire offers bomb recipes, but also because of the contents of the magazine as a whole." WBTV has been reporting on Inspire magazine for years. This guy, the former editor, Samir Khan, used to live in Charlotte. He fled to Yemen and was killed in a drone attack in 2011. Powerful storms are moving across the west tonight. They are threatening an area already hit so hard this spring. New video at 11 o'clock from Guthrie, Oklahoma. Look at that huge wall cloud. We sped it up for you. I mean, this is on fast motion, and you can still see how the cloud just tumbles and churns across the landscape. Wow, Eric Thomas has been tracking our weather here, but Eric, really, you can't get over those pictures.
No, they're compelling to say the least, Molly. And the worst part about it is a lot of that is happening in the exact same place. In fact, let's take you right back out there, and we'll show you that frontal boundary that's moving through the middle of the country. And the problem is that front eventually going to be coming our way. Thankfully, no more warnings, though, over the Oklahoma area. There is that last storm that was precariously close to the Moore, Oklahoma area. Now, when does that front get here? It will. Not tomorrow morning, though. 70 degrees, mild and a pleasant start. But, Molly, again, that's part of our forecast. We'll let you know what to expect out of that front in your 7-day first alert.
Okay, thanks, Eric. Next at 11 o'clock, Boy Scouts banned. Why one troop has been told it is no longer welcome to gather where it used to meet. And an escape for domestic violence survivors. The state program helping them vanish from their abusers once and for all. A brave woman who didn't want her face shown does tell her story.
I feel better knowing that somebody just can't Google my name.
You're watching WBTV, the best choice for news at 11 o'clock, and we're back right after this.